Welcome to Color Mart. You pick the colors and then we'll start. I'm your titular artist. Yeah, that's me. My co-host Corey, always making us happy. So sit back and watch and have some fun. Comment with a color, I'll use every one. Welcome to Color Mart. You pick the colors and then we'll start. Welcome, oh welcome to Color Mart.
Hello and welcome to Color My Art with me, your host, Tyler Charles. And with us in a little bit is going to be my co-host, as always, Corey. He had some setbacks, so he's going to be here in a little bit. I have a very special guest on today that we're going to introduce here in a second. First off, this is a Facebook Live show where you pick the colors I use on my piece. I don't have my camera set up for it right now. This is the piece we're going to be coloring. And I'm going to have some colors for you to be able to choose from right here. And we'll have Scott pick one of those colors. So to start out, like I said, we have a special guest. I introduced him right there, but I probably should have said his full name and introduced him when I'm supposed to. We have somebody, a good friend of mine, known him since I was 8 years old. My best friend, Scott Ryan.
Whoa.
All right. And we're going to have you on today talking about your new job, which is totally, it's very relevant to the time because it is Halloween season now. Now we're in October. So that I feel like it's very fitting. And I kind of want to do spooky episodes this whole month. Our last episode of the month will be on the day before Halloween. So it all links up. So it's going to be great. I can't wait to do that episode as well as this one.
That's the episode where you finally kill somebody live on Facebook.
Yes, it's yep. No question. You get to see it live here. Check it out. A murder happening. I'm probably getting kicked off of Facebook for that because I said the word murder. And I think that's one of the, you need to say unalive, right? Isn't that the terminology?
I don't know. People love to sometimes over censor themselves. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I bet you can say murder.
Oh, Curtis says, finally. He's been waiting. He's been waiting for this. You said, I guess.
Hi, Curtis. Yeah. Hi, Curtis. I'll forgive your passive aggression.
Yeah. Will there be torture? Only if the people ask. You know, I'm not going to go above and beyond if I don't have to.
It's going to be next year. Next year, you can do a hostile thing. You have to have something bigger to go to.
Oh, what's your Streamlab password? Shit. Yeah. Sorry, Corey's trying to get on. I don't fucking remember. I'll send you a link. Sorry, guys. I am dealing with that. Scott, let's get into the first question of the interview, which would be, why are you here today? What's your new job? And why are we going to be discussing it?
Okay. So I live, I probably shouldn't say specifics. I probably could, but just to be safe, I live in a city in Michigan, and basically this company has deals with all of the funeral homes and all of the medical examiners, and their job is to take bodies from wherever somebody died and take them to wherever they have to go.
Okay, so you're like I said before, a transporter, body transporter, just like the Transporter series, but you drive a lot slower.
Body transporter might be a better name than the industry term. Because the industry term is removals, which sounds like you're getting a raccoon out of the attic.
Yeah, that's yeah, it is a human being. Okay.
And like the company and the company I work for is, I won't say the first part of it, but the second word in it is removals. And because of how it sounds, we always will say we're from the funeral home. Like whatever funeral home we're taking him to, we'll be like, "Hi, I'm from Avank," or "I'm from, Belzer," or whatever. Because you don't want to be like, "Hi, I'm from the removal company. I'm here to take your dad."
Yeah, that seems a little abrasive. Where's the body? Where's the body out back? We got shovels in a bag. Where you?
What is it? You got a body infestation in your attic? We can remove it.
Yeah, we'll get. That'd be a dark way to do that. It's like, that's my grandma. It's like, yeah, kid, whatever. We're putting it in the bag.
And that only pretty much deal, they don't with the funeral side business wise, so they can have that industry term. Like, it's a very common one, but I still think they should change it.
Yeah, definitely needs to be something more empathetic. I feel like just we're the body guys. There's better names like I don't know, loved one, like removal. Maybe not the word removal.
Just body caretakers.
Body caretakers would be way better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you this next question. Other than what you will be talking about later, have you had any eerie experiences about the job so far? So nothing to do with your haunted funeral home story.
Yeah, I know what you're driving at with that one. Have I had any scary experiences, did you say?
Like eerie, supernatural, anything that you...
Yeah. So I would say that, like, weirdly enough, the funeral homes in general feel very sterile. Like, I don't feel any weird energy in most of them. The vast majority.
In the funeral home?
In the funeral homes, yeah.
Okay.
They feel like a hospital. Like, or they feel like nothing energy-wise. Like, they feel like just a blank space somehow.
Yep.
I will say I recently started taking on more third shift, and I am not looking forward to going into a funeral home with a corpse in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you've said before, this isn't in there, but like you said before that the bodies make noises and stuff, like, because it's like releasing air or doing something of that sort. Have you ever had that happen where you were by yourself, like in a funeral home alone?
In a funeral home, no, but driving one, like, it kept going like every now and then.
Oh, weird, dude. Do you ever need to like check, like, if they're okay, like if they're alive still?
No.
Have you ever had like a false positive?
False positive. The thing is, like, nowadays, I really don't think fake deaths happen, because anytime you're taking them, like, either a medic or a medical examiner has already been there to declare them dead. So it's not like the olden days where they were just like, I don't know, he's been sleeping for a long time, throw him in the grave and put a bell on top that he can ring if he's actually alive.
So they make sure, they're really...
Yeah, we have modern science. His heart has stopped for 10 minutes, like...
Okay. So nothing like too crazy, just like analyzing the situation, being like, that person's passed.
Yeah, like, we're to the point with modern science where a professional should absolutely 100% of the time be able to tell if somebody's dead or not.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. How do you maintain a sense of professionalism and respect for the deceased and their families during the potentially emotionally charged moments, and especially in the context of work?
So, like, I would say, for whatever reason, I am deep down pretty detached. Like, I've been surprised how much most of it has affected me emotionally, but I am also decently, I don't know, like, I'm emotionally intelligent enough to play the part.
Yeah,
I would say.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of what I've steered into. And I feel like, actually, in my opinion, that's probably the best set of traits to have for the job. Because if you're actually feeling the emotions, if you're not detached, you're going to go insane, because you're dealing with multiple deaths a day. And there is really sad stuff that happens. And, I've known people. There was a guy that before I started shortly, he quit because he couldn't handle it. And this guy would be like riding with people. He'd be like, hey, you remember that family from 2 weeks ago where the father died? Like, I hope his kids are doing okay. You know what I mean? And it's like,
you gotta move on, buddy.
Yes.
You're about to see 3 more bodies today.
and then there's another guy I work with who he's young and he is good at the job, but he is very openly detached in a way where he's very clinical. He's very
Is that a little terrifying? Is that a little like, that guy might be like collecting these bodies?
No, because what he does is he comes across like he started when he was 16. He's 19 now. His brother owns a company and he is training to become an embalmer. Like he's going to be a funeral director a couple of years from now. And he knows his shit so well that you're like, this is a hard, like, it's like when a doctor is detached but he's telling you everything you need to know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where it's like there's some like separation for him.
There's some separation, but at the same time, you're like, this is a professional.
Yeah. That makes sense. Have you ever had like any like attachments to any of the people that you have talked to?
Any attachments? So I had one time, I would say that it was at an old folks home where the father of the family, grandfather, whatever, like the patriarch of the family had just passed. And his 3 kids were there. It was 2 women and a man. And I heard him talking to his sister in the other room and saying like he wanted a piece of his dad's hair. And then she was like, I don't know if I want to ask him that. And then he's like, no, it's fine. I don't need it. And I heard him say that. So like I walked in and I was like, hey, you can take a piece of his hair. Like that is absolutely okay. People have done that. Like that's a normal thing if that's what you want to do. And he came up to me and he hugged me and then he like grabbed me by the shoulders and he straightened my tie.
like a real father figure, if you will.
Right. Yeah.
That is pretty wild.
So I'd say like that. There was, if we're talking broadly emotional attachments, I would say there was this one woman whose her husband of like 50 years died. And that is something that like I really feel for, because I'm 35 now. I can't imagine you've spent a lifetime with this person and now they're gone. And this guy had gone from being healthy to being in hospice care to dying in the course of less than a week.
Whoa. That sucks.
And that is probably the person I have felt the worst for so far. I know there will be people that I will feel much worse for at some point, because people who have been doing it for a while definitely have stories.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good segue point. We are going to introduce my other host for the evening. He's coming on here. Give it up for Corey.
How's it going, everybody? What's up, Scott? Woo-hoo. Nice to see you.
Hey, what up, Corey? Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah. Hope everything's going all right. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. All righty.
So, I'll just tell you which question we're on, and I'll have you ask the next one if you're down with that, Corey.
The only problem is I don't have the questions.
Oh, your phones. Damn.
Just guess what the question is.
Just make it up as you go, man.
Yeah.
What do you want to know about his death transportation? Any questions? Any burning questions you have for Scott's like new career?
Yeah. So, who bags up the bodies usually?
So, okay, there's people who are going to funeral homes, and if you are going to a funeral home, you're not bagged up. You are generally, we would come into wherever the person is, and they would have recently just died, and they'll be laying on a bed or something. Ideally, people die all over the place, but a very typical situation would be they've died on the bed. You have two of you. One of you picks the person up on one side, they push the sheet under, pick the person up on the other side, they pull the sheet out, and you wrap them in a sheet. And then you put another cover over it just for more privacy. And that's how you deliver them. Now, body bags are typically for medical examiner calls, and that means a crime has been committed. And the medical examiner's job is to bag the bodies, but they they like to push it on us sometimes. And I don't have a problem. I honestly don't have a problem doing it if it's a situation where they need help. Yep. The only time I get annoyed by it is like I had this one it was a decomposed body. The man had died in the shower, and they hadn't found him for 10 days, and it's the middle of the summer, and he is like has a pile of soup underneath him because he's just things are melting. And
God.
And
things are melting
in his entire midsection. You can't even see like from about like his penis to his butt to his belly are just maggots. Like there's no flesh. And the front of his face is so degraded that it looks like the back of his head. And the medical examiner this blew my mind. This was the worst medical examiner I've seen, and a lot of them are good, but she called for our help, and then when we got there, she looked skeeved out. She was like, well, it's a little small bathroom, so you guys probably don't need me, right? And then like just didn't help at all. And it's like we bag the bodies as a service. It's not our job. But yeah, so it's usually that. I mean, the one other thing I would say about bagging bodies is cops most of the time will find a reason to not bag the body. Firemen will always bag the body. If you see a fire truck at the place, the body has been bagged. If you see cops there, I'd say there's like a 1 in 5 chance.
1 in 5. I was gonna say, did you have to like scoop this guy up with a shovel?
No, so okay.
Thankfully, it was in a tub. You could just run some water, right?
Yeah, just run it down the drain.
Right. Just,
God!
Just spray him outside. No. So he was in a state of decomposition where his skin and muscle.
Not making light of the dead, by the way. Like not trying to make light of the dead at all. Just making light of the situation because it's a horrific scene, and he's dead.
Totally.
He doesn't know. It's just about how his body ended up.
So he was in a position where, like, when I say he's soupy, he's still a person. It's just soupy. That like he is leaking, because the thing will happen with the bodies where when you die, you go into rigor mortis, and then if a day or 2 or 3 goes by, you start decomposing. And the first thing that happens when you decompose is all of the gas inside of you builds up in your stomach, and you become very bloated. You look like like those the fat guys from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Like they look like that. And when they're in that state, you have to be careful because they can pop because there's all of that pressure. So but then after that, the pressure causes little holes to start popping out in the body, and then the body begins to leak. What we had to do, he was in a tiny bathroom, like very, very small, with just a standing shower, a toilet, and a sink. And he had died in a way where like his legs came over like the lip of the shower, but the rest of him was not. And the man was like 250 pounds. So we were trying to get him, but we all are on the side of the toilet closest to the door, because the other side of the toilet is just full of viscera and maggots, and it's a very small space to stand. And it's not working. He's starting to glove, which is when your skin starts to peel, like it starts to, which is really what you don't want, because now then you got a mess. Like you want gloving. So I was like, I hate that I'm suggesting this, but I am the smallest out of the 3 of us. what if I stood on the other side of the toilet? And they're like, are you willing to do that? And I'm like, yeah. And so I get over there, and I was planning on just lifting him, which would have been better than what we were doing. But one of the other people there came up with a much better plan where they were like, why don't we tie the sheets around him like ropes, like one on each of his legs, and then we will lift him, like you from one side, us from the other. And that worked. Something else I was just gonna say about it. Yeah, so like you have that. I'm sorry, what was your original question?
The original
I asked if you had to pick it up with like shovels.
yeah.
So I had to pick up a shovel.
Yeah.
So at that point, this was the other thing I was gonna say. So we pull him out of the shower, and this is the one time I have screamed in this job. We pull him out of the shower, and his hand comes up and just slaps me in the hip. And I went, ah! And jumped out the toilet for a second. And then I was like, okay. And then dragged him out the rest of the way. And then at that point, so what you do is you take him and you put him in a body bag. And that body bag is going to be extremely messy because he is extremely messy. It's going to have maggots and all sorts of fluids on it. So then you take a second body bag and put it over top of the first. And then you take him out. One interesting thing one interesting way of removal I've heard was I know one of my coworkers, they were transporting a guy who had killed himself and decomposed. He'd hung himself, and so he's dangling from a rope, and he is in the point where he is going to pop, and they're trying to figure out what to do. And they go, "Why don't we put the body bag around him, and then cut the rope?" And then he'll just fall. And they did that, and he fell and just kind of just exploded all over the bag. So I mean, you have to problem solve.
I guess a little bit.
Alrighty.
That's insanely interesting. We got to move along. This crazy how fast things go. I'm gonna ask you one more question about that stuff, and then we'll get into your spooky story. So stay tuned for that.
Okay.
The last question I'm going to say, use is say, good Lord. In your opinion, how has your job as a body transporter influenced your perspective on life, death, and the unknown? That's a big
I'm trying to think really. It's weird because they asked me in the interview, they're like, have you ever seen a dead body? And technically I thought about it afterwards. And when I was 3 years old, I saw my great grandma's dead body. But really that's it. And I didn't even remember that at the time. So I was like, no, I have not seen a dead body. And they're like, are you sure you can do this? And I'm like, yeah, I think I can do it. And so what they did, and this is pretty typical in their interviews, is they will send you out on a call in your interview to see how you do. The other thing they do, which is insane to me, is they take you to one of the big funeral homes that they know will have bodies and show you around in it to gauge your reaction. Because if somebody can't handle that, then they shouldn't be doing the job. And that weeds out a decent amount of people, which is wild to me because if you can't handle seeing a dead body in a funeral home, this job would destroy you.
Absolutely.
It's an embalmed body. But I don't know, I have the same views on life and death as I did in a lot of ways. I will say one thing I think about, because I believe in reincarnation, and that is one thing that helps me with the job, and I have for a long time. I will say one thing is I have become safer in some ways. Death is more real to me, where I think about things. If I'm using my phone in the car, I'm like, oh, I've picked up people who died in a car crash. Car crashes happen and people die.
Yeah.
It has made me be a little less reckless and a little more cautious.
That's good. Mm-hmm. That's probably for the best. Because you are pretty reckless when it comes to driving. Just life facts,
Yeah, no, totally.
I'm
using my phone first and I'm driving second for most of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The driving comes way second.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying. Corey, you want to ask him, I guess, just about the story, because we'll get right into that. We're doing the second half as a spooky thing. Ooh. Yeah.
So Scott, I hear you got a story. Tell us about it. No,
Yeah.
I didn't. I was being vague. Corey took it like a champ. So
Yeah, no, totally. So I was going to Gift of Life to pick up a body, and Gift of Life, what it is it's a place that harvests organs, more or less. So somebody dies, and they've given you permission to harvest the organs. They get transported there. They take the organs, and they really fucking take the organs, by the way. Like, they carve you up like a chicken. Like, they're like an Indian with a buffalo. They're trying to use every part. But it's like an hour and a half away, and this is the middle of the night. And I started driving at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back. And the place they're going to is this specific funeral home. I'm sure there are plenty of funeral homes called Henry's, so I'll just use his name as Henry's. And when they messaged me and they said, "Have you been to Henry's before?" And I'm like, "I don't believe so." And they're like, "Okay, well then we're gonna send somebody else," because most funeral homes I could figure out, but Henry's is weird. They have different policies, and it's a strange place. And so they send one of the other workers there to meet me, to show me around Henry's. And one thing that is weird about them right off the bat is they do not let you take pictures inside. Like, we have to take pictures of our work to send to the company. Like, we take pictures of the ankle tag with their name on it. We take pictures of them on blocks, because if a body is not put on blocks, the blood moves to wherever is the lowest point. So if you're trying to do a viewing and somebody hasn't put the body on blocks, the face is going to look fucked up in the arms. So, you got to take pictures of this stuff, some paperwork. And I get there and they're like, "No, Henry's doesn't ever allow you to take pictures inside." And so I'm like, okay, so we have to like be outside basically with the body then, because you have to expose the body to take the pictures.
Yeah.
And then this guy I work with, who I would say is a very secular person, he's very I don't know, I believe in a lot of different kind of all over the place things. This guy I would say is like, I've never heard him reference anything supernatural before. And he was like, "I won't go to Henry's alone." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "I don't, this place is haunted. I will only," he goes, "if I have to go there alone, I have a deal with Devin, one of the other workers, where she's told me I can call her any time of the night and she'll answer. And I talk to her on the phone while I'm in here."
Yeah, that's a hey. I'm not going to Henry's anymore.
No, and since then I have learned there's about 8 of us, and since then I have learned that amongst basically everybody, it is understood to be haunted.
Do you have any other stories from other people? Is anybody else?
Other stories from other people? A lot of people who say, because they have these, the place is designed weird in a way that is unsettling.
It's like a weird maze.
Kind of, for one thing. So, okay, so you go in through the garage, like kind of it's attached to the funeral home, and it is more or less, it's a garage. And you go inside of it, and there's immediately 2 monitors with showing everything the security cameras are showing, which I've never seen at another funeral home. But that's a odd thing, especially in the middle of the night. And I mean, a lot of people have stories about seeing things on the security cameras.
Ooh, no, I'd never look.
Like to the point where this guy, who is really not superstitious, said to me, he's like, "Do yourself a favor and make sure not to look at the security cameras." And then you get inside, and like, you have to take the body to this weird basement, and you take it with like this old rickety metal lift. You put the body on it, and then you send the body down, and you have to go down this kind of like set of maze-like corridors to get to where you just put the body. And this place, if the lights are not on, is totally covered in red light, which I also do not understand. I've never seen it.
Nope.
I don't know why a
Nope.
human being
I'm
would
getting
do
out
that.
of there.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
I don't know about the people who own it, but I'm genuinely baffled if like I'm like, are you trying to make it look haunted? Are you trying to make it look scary? Like these are the very specific design decisions that are reminiscent of horror films.
Yeah.
And
Well, maybe the horror films were based on this place.
so I go, we take the body's downstairs now. We have to bring the body from there to the cooler. And we do that. And then Bronson goes, I have to use the bathroom real quick. And I'm like, okay. And then like I'm standing there and like I just have goosebumps all over me. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, I've had goosebumps since the second I walked in here. And for whatever it's worth, I'm like, I feel like there's a presence here. So I'm standing out in this hallway and I'm like, I'm friendly. You don't have to worry about me. Like I'm just saying this out loud. So he comes back out.
Did your coworker hear you?
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, this place has such a reputation that I don't think anybody would blink
Did
at
it?
Nobody
Did it stop? Did your goosebumps stop?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I felt like they rejected the message.
Yeah, they were like, "Well, I'm not."
Yeah, exactly. And so we go back upstairs, and then we get in the car, get in our vans, and we leave. And it's like 4:00 in the morning at this point. And as I'm driving down the road about like a minute, it's one of those like 55 mile per hour rural roads. I could have sworn to God I saw something in the street, to the point where I slammed on my brakes and stopped the car because I thought I was about to hit. I didn't know what, like a deer or a person or something.
Yeah.
And there was nothing there. And that really spoke to me because I cannot think of the last time in my life ever I have put a car at 55 miles per hour to a dead stop. Like,
because you thought something.
Because I'm driving and I'm like, there's some in the road. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. That is wild. Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. You have any follow-up questions, Corey?
No, that was really crazy.
Yeah.
That's not a place that I want to go
Honestly.
to.
Sitting on the
down
edge
I
of my
really
seat
wanna
while
go.
I listen to that. If anybody just popped in, definitely go back after this is done and listen to that story. Like, we did get into what Scott does for a living, but that is worth a listen. That was insane.
I've started
Whew,
doing
my
a
heart's
lot more.
pounding.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have gotten to the point now, because for the first couple of months when you do it, you are training with other people. And
Yep.
once you can do it by yourself, calls you can do by yourself, you will do by yourself.
Yep.
And they give you a raise for it. But I have been getting more and more calls that I can do by myself. And I also recently started more third shifts. And the one thing that Henry's experience made me think about is I was like, oh, I'm going to definitely have to figure out a way to deal psychologically with the fact that I'm going into funeral homes with corpses in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's
you
going to be pressing. You might have nightmare. Or, like, I don't know, you're very much so open to the supernatural or things of that sort. So it's like, yeah, you might see some shit like that. It might happen where, like, something, like, is tied in with that. And it's not like I'm even saying that's fully true. I'm just saying if those things exist, somebody who is more open to it is probably going to, like, see them
okay, so
more.
one thing is, so who knows what happens when you die? But a theory I have developed doing this job is I do believe very few people become ghosts and the vast majority of people move on. Because I have been very amazed at how that like I don't feel any ghosts. I don't feel anything. When I'm dealing with a dead body 99% of the time, it is this husk.
Yeah.
It's like when a snake leaves its husk or something. It's like this thing used to contain a life, and now it's trash. Like the wrapper, they've trashed it, and they've moved on to wherever they've moved on. It was a container.
Yep.
And the way people look when they die is they look like mannequins.
Yeah.
And
No, that makes sense. Just like,
and they're just
lifeless.
there is nothing there. And so it has really convinced me that like I do believe in ghosts, but I believe a very small percentage of people become ghosts, and the vast majority of people move on to whatever's next.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I even kind of agree with that. Well, that was an insanely intriguing story. I'm glad we had you on. I wish we had more time to have you on here, because honestly, I'm sure there's a ton of stories. We'll have you back on, because I would love to talk more about this stuff, maybe before the end of this month. But happy to have you. Thank you so much for doing the interview. And everybody else, say hi to Scott. You have anything going on? You doing any stand-up shows? You got any?
I've started in the evenings hosting trivia for money at bars, and I do that for the first time tomorrow.
Okay.
I figure that'll be a fun juxtaposition, like dealing with the dead all day and then being like a corny trivia host at night.
Yeah, that you're gonna become a murderer. And that is like, put on your happy face. It's time now that I'm out of my dead job.
See, that is a possibility. Knowing me, what I would expect more so is I become
I don't think
a more jaded and angry trivia host over time.
Like bringing up more and more like
presence.
Just
which you don't want in a trivia host.
Okay. You do not want that. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. We're gonna have you pick one of their colors, and then hold on. I gotta show you them, and it's backwards. Why is it not? Okay. Right? It's switch. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What?
So Tyler, I feel like you have known me and we have been good friends since we were 9 years old. And you just put, damn well which one I'm going to pick is the forest green.
Yeah. You got 6. All right.
Yeah, 6. Yeah.
I do know you well enough to know that you would pick green. I didn't think about it beforehand. This is not premeditated. To be fair, this is me throwing colors on a sheet.
I feel manipulated. You wanted to start with green. I'm on to you.
Yeah. Yep. Not really, because there's not a green thing. It's not a plant thing.
I know,
this is the piece we're gonna be doing tonight. If I can actually get around there. Come on. There we go. Yep, and we're going to be doing this. And if anybody wants to throw a color in the comments, we really appreciate it. And thank you again, Scott, for coming on this. I don't need to do that. Coming on this podcast. Cool. We'll have to have you back on. Again, if anybody didn't listen to it, definitely listen to his story he just told us. It was spooky. Okay, see you, dude.
See ya. Have fun, guys.
I'm waiting for Corey to. Okay, cool. Sweet. Hello, everybody. We have green. I'm gonna try to get this thing actually on here. Okay. Let's probably if we could do this. Yeah, there we go. Everybody, go ahead and put a color in the comments, and then we can start this thing out. We already have one, which is green. So, yeah. Can you hear me, Corey? Okay. I don't know. Can't really hear you. Can anybody hear me out there? We're going to be doing this piece. Just need some colors in the comments. It would really help. Here's the piece we're going to be doing. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 7. Those are the colors we got going on. I'm going to move that down. I'm going to move. Can you hear me, Corey? Or can I not hear you? We're just going to wait a second for you guys to maybe put a comment with some colors. You might have already done it, but I'm going to check. We got 4 comments. They're probably all from... Nope. Oh, we got colors. We have 1. We have 5. Okay. 5 is this one. Like that. And then I need 1, which is purple, which is right there. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for commenting with colors. I got that purple. Corey's probably going to pop back on in just a second. I'm going to, honestly, I'm going to start this piece. Oh, yeah. Yay.
Hello,
Corey. Hello. I can hear you now. Cool.
All right.
So we got our colors. We got 5, 6, 1, 5, and 6. Yeah. Okay. We got 1, 5, and 6. These are our colors.
Nice.
Yay. Whew, man, that was a fun interview.
Yeah.
I wish, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Corey's getting it. Yeah. Okay. So, everybody, tell us in the comments your spookiest story you've ever seen or experienced. I can definitely tell you some of mine. A few Halloweens ago, I had I went to a graveyard with a friend of mine on Halloween night at midnight. And I don't like whatever. I feel like there's a million ways to like be like that wasn't real or it was just a trick of the light or whatever. Nonetheless, a shadow figure that looked like a person was following us through the trees, and it might have even been a person, but we couldn't find him, and it definitely freaked us out.
Oh, yeah.
You ever seen anything spooky? I know we probably talked about this, but
I mean, not really, but I don't seek that shit out, so.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like that does matter. And I don't really anymore. After I had another time where I've said it on here before. I think it said it last Halloween, but I had a time where I had this, like, I don't know, creepy feeling whenever I went in my backyard because I had this little doll that I used to spook the, like, we made like a little haunted forest in our backyard with a bunch of props. And when I went to go find the little doll, I couldn't find her. And then months later, I walked by the same area that I was looking for, didn't see her. And then on the way back from that trip, she was on her face. And when I turned her over, she had maggots in her eye. It was terrifying. That shit was scary. I literally, with the guy that was just on here, did more or less a banishing ritual to like try to stop it, and it did. I mean, I never felt weird in the backyard after that. But that could just be positive thinking. Just getting this thing all blue. I need to move this out of the way for a second. So I can get this, move this forward. There we go. Thank you everybody for commenting and checking out this episode. It was a fun one. Honestly, I really like, not that it's over, but just having Scott on talking about some interesting stuff that apply to the spookiness is pretty sweet.
Hey,
hello?
Everybody. Hey, what's up? Sorry, my
Hey.
audio's been all messed up.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Feel ya. We've been dealing with some technical difficulties today. Honestly, it's cool that everybody's popping on to say hello as I create this piece. Create this piece. Spooky little piece. Would you rather fight a vampire or a werewolf?
A vampire werewolf.
You'd rather have a mix of the two to fight?
Yes.
Because you're so confident in your skill?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Somebody find a vampire hybrid. We gotta test the grit of Corey. I would say maybe a werewolf, just because I feel like they're dumb and run on instincts, so you could like trick them easier. Like you could throw some meat somewhere if you had it and have them go after that instead of you. I feel like a vampire is just going to eat you up. We wish you a merry Halloween. We wish you a merry Halloween. Wish you a merry Halloween. And Cody, do I have to add you, or can you add yourself? Okay, that's annoying. My bad. Okay.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I didn't know I had to add you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it won't let me do anything.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That shit sucks.
It's all good.
Life's a bitch and then you die.
You can't hear that music, can you?
No.
No, I was trying to make it sound better, but...
Yep. Yeah. Ooh. I probably shouldn't sing copyrighted songs, but okay, gonna make this all boil, toil, and trouble. And then let's switch it up, Let's go purple hair. And then I want, because this is a thing with watercolor, I'm gonna add watercolor to it. Come on. Okay, there we go. Because this stuff's pretty dark, and I want her hair to be purple, but I don't want it to be just completely dark on here. And if I have the water, I can make it lighter.
Yeah.
Choo-choo. See, there we go. Nice watercolor strokes.
So what have you been up to lately?
Working on one thing that's pretty cool that if anybody hasn't checked it out, I'm doing, or if you have, thank you. I'm doing Inktober, which I've created a couple pieces for that lately.
Nice.
And that's been fun. I gotta get rid of some of this water. It's too much. It's too much water.
Too much water.
Yeah, so yesterday I went out to Pickerel Lake, which is a lake near me that it's really beautiful. I took a picture of one of my pieces near it. And then yeah, had a fun time there and have been working on I still gotta work on a little bit of tomorrow so I can get it prepared. Tomorrow's prompt is book. So if you're into doing this yourself, doing some Inktober, it'd be sweet tomorrow. Because I'm using, I'm going to give a little shout out to Breakaway from the Everyday is doing a prompt list for Inktober, which is different than the actual one that they have. I love it a lot more. It's the prompt list on the other one is always kind of just like, it'll be random words and kind of associated with Halloween, like a little bit. And the one that Breakaway did is like, it's themed not only to like kind of cater to stuff I like to draw, but it also is like, has a lot of themed ones for Halloween. Most of them are themed that way. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've been digging that. Definitely check out their prompt list on Breakaway from the Everyday Collective. It's a different page. They're doing a special one for this, and they actually have like a surprise. I don't know the last prompt. They're gonna announce it. Yeah. Oh, you did? Cool. Yeah. It's sweet. It kind of gives you a little something to look forward to, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm digging this purple. Like how it looks with the hair. I'm digging it. Yeah, I am. But I do want to get some like darker parts in here. Like when it comes around here. And then fan them out.
Fan them out.
Fan them out. Fan them out. Fan them out. Fan them out now. But yeah, so that what have you been up to, man? What's been going on with you? How's life? How's the family? How's existence?
It's going all right. I went to a fundraiser this weekend.
Yeah, that was a lot of
which is pretty cool. That was fun. Raised over $50,000 for the organization, which was
Are you serious?
Yep.
That's wild. I didn't know that.
Actually, it was over 53,000. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Save it. What is the organization for?
So they help people that are unjustly persecuted for cannabis crimes.
Oh, okay. That's an awesome thing to be a part of, honestly.
Yeah. So it was great to see everybody there and honestly see how that product has helped a lot of people, which was great to see, and great to hang out with a bunch of like-minded people.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Sounds like a really freaking good time.
Yeah, it was great. Good times were had.
Good times were had. I'm getting ready for. I went to I went to Art Prize over this week too. I went with my mom. We checked it out. It was, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little lackluster.
Yeah.
Like, Art Prize used to take over the city, man. Like it used to literally be everywhere you look, you'd see huge pieces of art, and it was awe-inspiring. It was like a big celebration of art. And now it's all in places. It's all inside. They have those bubbles that everyone keeps taking pictures of, but that's at the park down the street. It's not even downtown. The parking lot that's normally filled out, no one there.
No one there. Yeah, it's
Nothing
disappointing.
there, yeah.
The Bob used to be almost the hub for
Yeah,
art prize.
the biggest stuff, like the
Well, and cool-
metal work and
Yeah, the parking lot was filled. The cool thing is anytime you were on their property, you could have a drink in your hand. So you could go
Yeah.
grab a drink. They usually, a couple years, they had a bar out there, like outside. So you could go up to the bar, grab a drink, walk around, check everything out, go inside, check out all the art on the walls inside, and have a couple more drinks, and then keep walking around town. It was great.
No, I completely agree. It just lost, I don't know, some of its magic. There's not those piano. They used to put pianos all over downtown for people to just like randomly play. They took those down or away. It just felt kind of like, I don't know, like the art museum was putting on a thing.
Yeah, just like the old Grand Rapids art festival.
Yes. Yep.
Like it's
Where it's
fun, but it's not what it was. What Art Prize was.
No, like Art Prize is like one of the biggest. It brought people to from across the world, really.
Yeah.
To come here. Like people were traveling all over the place. So yeah, it was okay. Like the art was cool. A lot of people who put effort into that stuff. Like there's some amazing pieces.
Yeah.
And the one that won was this like elephant mural piece that was incredible.
Yeah.
It just felt, I don't know, it feels like after like COVID happened, I feel like a lot of that stuff just like weirdly like is this weird watered down version of what it once was. Although have you probably have because you're a fan of Vegas, but you seen that new dome in Vegas?
Yeah, I was
not a fan. Yeah.
So I was excited when I first saw it. It's really cool, especially what they're doing with the outside of it. What they're doing with the outside of it is awesome. I think some of the
I think the inside looks crazy. Have you seen
yes, I actually saw part of Bon Jovi's new show, the first show.
Me too. Yep.
What'd you think?
I thought it was wild.
I
thought it blew my mind. If you were at a concert with that,
I thought if I was there, I would have felt like I wasted a lot of money.
Really?
For sure.
What didn't you like about it?
Because my whole thing was the digital aspect of it, because that's the experience of it. And the way that they used it, they just essentially a couple of the songs, they essentially just made the whole screen a bunch of boxes of different, like, it looked like fuzzy TV screens, and every once in a while it'd be like one of the band members up there, and then they'd like move around every once in a while. And I was like, okay, but like you can literally, like, other bands do that with just a big screen behind them. It's not as big.
Yeah, I would say it's not as immersive. Like
but I don't want to be immersed into a fuzzy TV. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I feel like
I didn't think it looked fuzzy. Did you think that looked fuzzy?
If you look at it, it's like it looks like they took a bunch of 1970s static TV and played it. And then every once in a while, they had a picture of the band members. And then the one time that they used it as an actual screen, like the whole thing, it looked like Windows 2000's screensaver. Like, it didn't go to the music. It didn't, like...
I will agree with that. It did not go to the music. I was confused about that.
Yeah,
I thought it would have.
It could have been,
but it was really just better. Like visuals to show you what it can do.
Exactly. It's not there. It's not to where it should be. So don't display it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it don't give me a half-assed version of it. Give me the full version, or don't give me anything.
But I would say if that thing went to the music, which it probably does, It just maybe we didn't see it, or like
No,
we
what
didn't
I
see
think
the
it
full
is,
thing.
what I think it is they literally, I think they threw together this YouTube show, and it's just a big money grab for people to be like, oh yeah, I went and saw it. I went and saw the first show that they had there, which was Bon Jovi, and it's not worth it. I think down the road, eventually it'll become a full show, especially when
Yeah.
you get like Pink in there doing like 8 to 10 week residency in there. Pink does aerobatics and stuff during her shows, so
Yeah.
that's gonna be a crazy show. I don't care if you like her or you don't. That's gonna be a crazy show.
No, I don't doubt that for a second. I feel
So,
like it absolutely
yeah.
will be an insane show.
I'm just saying, like, you could have amazing shows in there. Bon Jovi, the show that Bon Jovi did was not an amazing show. It was a subpar show.
Yeah, I guess you're just kind of hating on this specific like
I'm
show.
hating-
So you think that has the
I'm hating-
potential to like
I'm hating on the opening
good?
of it because they talked this thing up, and specifically this show up for months. Like, this is better than anything
is
you've
the
ever
thing.
seen. And then I saw it and went, I've kind of seen the same thing at a show, just on a smaller screen. Granted, yeah, whatever, but they could do so much more. They could make a whole music video behind you that also corresponds with the people on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you could do so much with it, and they fumbled the first showing. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree, but
The only way that I think they could make up this YouTube show is if they made it so it was every time it was a different experience. So every show was a little different as far as the visuals behind. That would be cool, to where you could, it's like, oh, I went to this show and they did this special there, and they don't do that they only do that did it at that show.
yeah.
That might be cool, but from what I saw of U2, I wasn't impressed. That being said, I don't like U2, so.
Yeah, that might also be the.
But it really isn't,
Part of
because
that.
if it was anybody that I liked, I would have been disappointed too. The visuals were not there. It wasn't. They didn't use the technology that they could have to do a better show. They did a lackluster show, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I disagree. I thought it was pretty wild. It blew my fucking mind. I was like, what in the world?
Have you seen like the videos that they play on there of like elephants and stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
That to me is way better, to be honest. Like
that's what it was at that concert.
The elephant thing.
Yeah, it was at the U2 concert. I watched this like guy who like worked on TikTok. He was at the concert. I'm sure it's probably the same freaking video you've seen or whatever. Or maybe you saw something different. But he was at the concert, and that was one of the things they had.
It must be something different, because they have a show that they play like every 2 hours or 3 hours when U2's not playing once a night. That's like a national history or National Geographic video. Yeah, that's what it is. And that's what I was watching, because these guys were like showing it off, and like, because this was, I don't know, probably like 6 months ago. It was right when it came out, and they were like, this is what we can do with it. So maybe they put it in the show, but yeah, this was when they were talking about the like actual show, because they had did you see the Eagle part too, where they have like, it looks like, I don't know, a drone flying, like 5 feet above it or whatever. No. That shit was insane.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's wild to me. I cannot believe that they can do that stuff now. I mean, when Project Bluebeam happens and they pretend that aliens are here, that's how they're going to do it with their drones. Just project a bunch of spaceships.
Yep.
Or am I? You'll never know. Yep. Government be trying to take things over.
This may be Tyler's last piece that you see him draw, so send in those
Yep.
donations and scan that QR code to pay for the expenses.
Yeah, of me being in prison.
Well,
Oh God. You got too many freaking things in your hand. It's a problem. It's a problem. I gotta do her hat. I want it. Yeah, I'll go orange. I can hear the. I can't tell if that's from. Maybe it's here actually. I thought I was hearing like crickets on your end,
oh yeah.
but I can't tell if it's like outside where I am right now, or because I have my headphones in. Could be either way. I'm hearing crickets again.
I mean, they are pretty loud around here.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, let's spread this out. This thing's gonna kind of look like skin with the orange, I feel like. She's wearing a skin hat. Get it? Oh, it's a penis thing. I don't know if you got that.
Oh, I got it.
Cracked me up that Scott said penis like that when he was talking about the body. You look crazy right now in the dark. Like you're like, oh man, it's like I'm watching a show, and you just like pop your face up and then disappear. yeah. Well, no, it doesn't go away. I don't understand that. Because are you wearing your stargazing shirt?
Yep.
Oh, nice, bro. Represent. Molly Percocet.
Demonetized.
Yeah,
Demonetized.
yeah, and now we're done with the show forever.
You know what smart people on reality TV shows do to make it so people or the TV whoever's recording them, say Survivor, can't air what they're doing?
No, what?
Do you know the trick? What the trick is?
No, what's the trick?
In most situations, just sing Disney songs because CBS or whoever it is can't air that. So like if you're doing like they've had situations where people have like had sex and like sung Disney songs during sex, so they couldn't like do any like film it, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they could get away with it.
Or like
sneaky people.
Or like two people having a conversation that they don't want producers to hear, so or it to be on camera, so
Yeah.
somebody else
will singing the song.
Yep, somebody else will start singing Disney.
So you're saying did they do it on like Big Brother and stuff?
I think it was like I think it's Big Brother and Survivor that is like people have entered interviews about them doing that.
Oh.
Yeah, there's interviews online about like, yeah, that's what we used to do.
Well, you got to get around them people trying to extort you somehow.
I just think it's hilarious.
No, I think it's funny too.
Got to get that money.
Gotta get that boom, boom, pow. Rocking that style. I gotta fucking get in there. A little bit of boop, 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 ba doop, ba doop, boop, boop. Yeah, there we go. Little bit of that, little bit of this. Let's make your eyes blue. What you say? With blue eyes. She's got them blue eyes. Okay. Let's try to brighten it up a little. I got just a little left to do. I'm gonna make that thing green. And then, God, just need like a little bit of water, and this thing is like really hard to squeeze the water down. You just burp or laugh at me?
We'll go with laugh.
Okay. We'll go with laugh. I feel like it wasn't then.
Well, it sucks because with my setup right now, I can't mute myself. I guess I could hit the button, but
Yeah.
not as easy as it used to be.
Not as easy as it used to be, man. Things ain't easy. They cheesy.
Lemon squeezy.
Lemon, lemon squeezy. Them be cheesy. I'm an easy. I'm an easy. So. I kind of want to do. I wonder what that will look like. I feel like it should be orange. Damn it. I feel like I'm fucking this one up. Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
Fuck it, dude. Gotta do what I gotta do.
So October's a busy month. Tyler's got a birthday coming up.
I do. October 14th, baby.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's coming up. It is a busy month.
You know, it's a great gift to give him, making him ship you a print. You see that QR
Yeah, that
code?
is a great gift.
You see that
Money.
QR code? Scan that QR code. Go buy a print for his birthday. You get something in return. It's not really a gift for him, but he'd love for you to do it anyway. So go click this QR code right here. Actually, scan it. If you click it, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, you can click away if you want, but you're gonna look like a jackass.
Yeah.
Like that is gonna happen.
So yeah.
But yeah, I got my birthday coming up. I got doing these drawings. Again, we're gonna be doing this time nothing like we got stuff prepared that's gonna be sweet. Hilariously, life gets in the way as soon as you're ready to do something cool. But we do have some stuff that's going to be pretty sweet over the next couple episodes. And then also a sad announcement. The 16th, I believe, Corey's not going to be here.
Yep.
that Monday?
I will be on the road. I'm taking a family trip.
On the road. Yeah, we're not going to tell you where, because you can't just show up in a bathroom and try to, like, you know, get him to, like, sign your face. It's not okay.
We're going to, I've been trying to think of, for the past 30 seconds, I've been trying to think of the name of the place that they go on vacation. National Lampoon's Vacation. Yeah. But I can't think of that amusement park.
Oh, yeah, something like Funland or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like Super Duper Funland. Gonna go around here and line it in. Lining it in, lining it in. Almost done, lining it in. Let's get a line there. That's the thumb. So can't go there. Talking to myself about where I gotta put these. Okie dokie. Here's some more.
Cheers, Johnny.
Here's coloring.
Here's art.
Here's some art for you. You ever seen some
like art?
Here's some.
You like art? Buy art.
Buy art. Buy me. Art by me. Buy it. For me. So I can live and eat.
You like good.
Yeah, you like good. Pay now, you. You smart if you pay. She's got I feel like she had a magical vibe, and now she got like a siesta vibe.
Yeah, she's like those ghosts kind of look like cactuses, and she's like out in the desert riding a horse.
Yeah, she's just holding a stake in it. Like, dun. Maybe I could see that.
I must get this to Pa.
I must get it to Father. Otherwise, the farm will never be the same. Ride, little doggy, ride in. Ride, little doggy, ride in. I'm going full orange for this one. I really like her hair. I do like the color of the wind. I do like the color of the copyright.
Demonetized.
Yeah, especially with a Disney song like that.
Oh no.
That's how you get got.
You can only say color of, but you can't say the rest of it. Or else you gotta pay.
Yeah. Color of my ball.
Black and blue, if anybody was wondering.
Yeah, all the time. I'm just punching them. Paint with all. I need to stop singing copyrighted songs. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime girl.
Oh, still technically copyrighted. Demonetized.
Is that?
I'm sure.
I feel like it's too old to be copyrighted. They got to give us a break at some point, right?
Happy day of birth to the person we're singing the song to.
Song to. Not going to sing this song in tune.
Happy birthday.
Almost in. Yeah. Happy birthday. It's your birthday today. It's not your birthday today. One day it'll be your birthday, and that'll be real nice. We get to celebrate. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's get that green in there. Get that green in there for the stem of this thing. It is a little pumpkin. It is a little pumpkin. I probably should do this too. Spreading it out. Spreading it out. Maybe I could like boop. Oh, I could do that. Put a little bit of water in it and do this, and it'll thin it out a bit. Maybe I could. Oh yeah. Let's thin that all out. I don't know why I'm doing the British accent now. It's just happening. Yeah, they just kind of slip out of me. It's not intentional. No disrespect meant. I do like a good British accent, though.
Ladies.
Like a good Cockney one. Straight from Britain.
I love
What?
I love sexy talk from a Cockney.
Yeah. Oh, get that dick out. Oh, suck it raw. Yeah. Oh, she's getting wet. Oh, yeah. It's so slippery. She's gushing. She's just gushing.
Oh, God.
We're going to call her the gusher. First she's, it's like a Sour Patch Kid. First she's sour, then she's sweet.
All right, well, that's the end of the shit. No.
Yeah, that's the end of my career as an artist. Just, it's done now. I did this
Tyler
to myself.
will now do silent paintings where he doesn't say offensive stuff.
Yeah, this is going to be real hard for me.
Like 3 episodes into it, he's just going to blurt out some offensive shit.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen.
Stream will end.
It's not my intention, but I'll say something and I get canceled.
Tyler will be an accountant for a hole in the wall bar.
I'll be an accountant, you said?
Yeah, for a hole in the wall bar.
Okay.
Rundown.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
It's easy work because it's like $500 you have to deal with during the weekend, and it's like $200 a day you got to deal with on the week. So
It's not too bad.
Not too much accounting.
It's true. Not too much.
But you can never go online with your name again. So
let's go. This is gonna be purple, and then I'm almost done. Oh shit! My phone is dying. Good thing I'm almost done.
I think that's what I learned most from Scott tonight. Every phone is dying. We're all phones and we're all dying.
Yeah, we're all phones and we're all dying. That's true. So don't look at your text while you drive.
Or walk. Or skateboard.
Yeah, dude, don't do anything dangerous. You know?
Just don't
live your best life that's safe. What'd you say?
I said just don't in general look at your phone.
Yeah, ever.
Live life. Live life. Not at your phone. Not your phone.
Is this a PCA for?
This
drunk. You don't have to be drunk to kill a man. Stop. Don't text and drive.
No, it's not even a PSA for texting and driving. It's PSA for life in general. People need to get off their phones more and fucking pay attention to their surroundings.
I agree.
Because There's too many people, especially in highly populated areas like where there's a lot of people walking. Most people just have headphones in and they're living their own life. And they're not paying attention to, for instance, cars driving by or, what color the light is when they walk out into traffic.
Yeah. That's true. They don't give a crap.
So as my
That's when you run them
grandma
over.
said,
That's when you run them over.
like my grandma always said, get off your damn phone. Dinner's ready. Or something like that.
Get off your damn phone, or I'm going to run you over. You made your choice, boy. Here we go.
And I'm like, Grandma, we're not even outside. You don't even have the car. And she's like, I don't care. I'll still run you over, boy.
Yeah, you don't threaten me like that, boy. I'll run you over in an instant.
Don't threaten
Grandma's
me with a good
hateful
time.
lady. Grandma's a very hateful lady. She don't like you none.
Got dark there after a while.
Well, Grandma does that, In her
Just
twilight
kidding.
years, she got real crazy.
My grandmother was a sweet woman.
She was a sweet old lady until she tried to murder me and my father.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. That's a fact. Okay. This is going to be my piece for the evening. Since we don't have we've been doing this thing. Definitely check it out. Me and Corey have been doing kind of like a impromptu skit. That's been a lot of fun. We're not going to be able to do that this evening due to technical difficulties. But definitely check out other episodes that we've done because they're a lot of fun. Tonight, we're going to end it with a little song. And then we'll get out of here. Unless you got anything else to say, Corey, or do.
Hell no. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I got to do my freaking drawing, too.
Yeah, I gotta work on my taxes.
I got to work. Oh, do ya?
Yeah.
You really? Or
Yeah, taxes are coming up, man.
it seems like a weird time to do your taxes.
No, man. I'm working on 2025's taxes, too.
Somebody say something? Yeah, we got to figure out these comments because they just not be popping in. Jason said hello. What's up, Jason? Actually, just 1 second, because I'm pretty sure this thing's off. God damn it, Bobby. Sometimes, and I can't do it from ear. Yeah, that's what I thought. There we go. Woo! Corey's got a stargazing shirt on. If you would like to get yourself one, go ahead and message me, and we can figure that out.
Hell yeah.
Let's figure it out together, folks. Stargazing shit. Stargazing Productions. Stargazing
Productions.
Thank you for watching the show and joining us this evening. without you help with your comment. Thank you for showing up each week and helping us color this piece. I couldn't do a show without my co-host, and you know it. Yeah, we all love Tori, and I do the art stuff so we can do the show, and I can't thank you enough for being here with me. Yeah, thank you for watching Color My Art each week on Monday, sometimes 6 when we start. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for... Ooh, that was going to go. Had to catch it. Okay, this is the piece that we created together today. It's awesome. I love it. I'm going to try to hold this thing still so you can actually see it. It looks incredible. I love what we did together. Let's see if I can get a little bit better view. These little guys. I don't know. It's a lot. It's pretty cool. I'm digging it. I like what we created. She is a happy little witch creating these little cactus monsters, as we've said before. She's got her little fiesta going on. This little pot's being a little creep. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for checking out the show. Couldn't have done it without you. Let's get in here. Just you and me. Let's bump that. Bump that. Bump it. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for checking out this show. We do this every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you like any of the pieces that we've created together, I also do my own stuff. Check out Stargazing Productions, where this show is aired, where you can buy prints and t-shirts like Corey's wearing, hats, mugs, other stuff from my Etsy. Also, just give it a like and tell people about it. If you like the show and you want to have one of your friends check out the show and help us create a piece, that'd be great. Remember, you don't even have to do art. All you have to do is give me a color, and you get to say, I did art this week. Vicariously through me, but you still did it. So yeah, thank you for checking out the show. Any last words, Mr. Beats?
I just want to say thanks a lot to Scott for
and yeah, yep, I completely
for coming on the show and doing the interview.
Yeah, absolutely. Go check out his trivia night. I'm not entirely sure where it is, but go check out his trivia night. His page is linked on here because that's how he came on here. So yeah, check out his stuff, and thank you so much for doing the interview. If you again haven't seen it, go back and check it out once we're done here. And we'll see you next week, Monday at 6. Happy Halloween season!